2022, what a year it's been. Things have been slowly coming back to normal after the pandemic, and bike makers have given us some great bikes as well, like the Hunter 350 and even the Pulsar P150. Now we have a separate video on the hits and misses of this year. In this one, we are focusing on what to expect in 2023. Now while this list might not contain every single bike launch of next year, and some of our timelines might be more of guesstimates, but here's a list of the top 10 bikes that we are most excited about coming in the next year. But this is only a list of motorcycles. We also have videos coming out on scooters and EVs which are coming next year, and the best way to get notified about them is to get subscribed and click on that little bell icon as well. The first launch of 23 will be the much awaited Super Meteor 650. Now you guys know all about this bike already because we saw it in the flesh back at Ridermania a little over a month ago. But basically, it's the engine from an Interceptor in a cruiser format with some top-notch bits like an upside-down fork, LED headlight and some aluminum bits thrown in. So, what's not to like? Well, the Super Meteor will be launching by mid-Jan next year and we'll be riding it a little before that, so stay tuned for our first ride review. Expect a price tag of Rs 3.5 lakh ex-showroom. Now this is another much awaited RE bike, and it's going to be the most advanced RE bike as well. Yes, it will have a single cylinder engine, but it's going to be liquid cooled, so expect performance to be somewhere in the range of the KTM 300 Adventure or maybe even a little bit more. And it's going to be quite light too, and we've been told that this is going to be designed as a proper hardcore off-road worthy adventure machine. And you have seen a million spy pics of the bike already, and even RE's head honcho Sid Lal teased the bike himself on Instagram. Expect a launch window of somewhere in Q3 of next year and a price tag of about Rs 2.8 lakhs. One more adventure bike? Yup, Hero will be giving us the bigger Xpulse really soon. And it will be a pakka little ADV, something more hardcore than even the KTM 300 Adventure. Because it will have a bigger engine, a 400cc liquid cooled single cylinder motor, and of course Hero will use the experience at Dakar to give this bike proper off-road cred. So Enfield and KTM better watch out when the Xpulse 400 launches sometime in Q2 of next year. And knowing Hero, they'll get their pricing just right, somewhere between 2.5 to 3 lakh rupees ex-showroom. Triumph and Bajaj. It seems like they announced their collaboration a lifetime ago, but we'll be getting the fruits of this tie-up very soon. Yes, fruits, not fruit, because there'll be two small Triumphs made by Bajaj, a Roadster and a Scrambler. Think of these like the scaled-down versions of the Triumph Street Twin and the Street Scrambler, but powered by a single-cylinder liquid-cooled motor somewhere in the range of 250 to 300cc. Now we have seen this testing already outside the Bajaj factory in Pune, so the launch is quite close at hand, somewhere in the second half of next year, and we expect the price to be somewhere a little under 2.5 lakh rupees. After first blowing our mind with its mental performance in 2013 and then with its performance and features in the second gen update in 2017, it looks like the third gen 300 Duke is on its way to India and will come here by the end of next year. So what can we expect? Firstly, a bigger engine, gone from 373 to 399cc. So more power, more torque and more madness. And the spy shots have also revealed that this bike is running with a revised frame, a suspension, a subframe and swing arm as well. And KTM, please get the fully adjustable suspension to India, please. Of course, it will also come with a fully revised electronics package, but with that, the price is going to go quite a bit up, maybe around Rs 3.5 lakh ex-showroom. While there's no concrete news of a new smaller Pulsar coming our way, we think that Bajaj is working on this to complement the new Pulsar P150. And with the prices of bikes going up recently, it makes sense for Bajaj to offer a new version of the Pulsar 125. Now it will look like the Pulsar P150 and should be lighter and smoother too. When can we expect it? Well, we are not too sure, but our best guess is somewhere by the end of next year. But one thing's for sure, it will be priced around the Rs 1 lakh mark. Triumph's Street Triple range saw a massive update last year, and it will be coming to India sometime by Feb or March of next year. Now there are three versions on offer, the R, the RS and the oh so special Moto 2 edition. Now while both the R and RS make a little more power and torque compared to the previous versions, the Moto 2 edition makes just 10 PS less than Triumph's Moto 2 race engine. Now that is just insane. But unfortunately, the Moto 2 edition will be quite limited and India will only get the R and the RS. Still not a bad deal considering you're getting more performance, better brakes, suspension, electronics and of course a slightly revised design. Of course, you have to pay more as well, around rupees 9.5 lakhs for the R and rupees 11.5 lakhs for the RS. Yamaha has been torturing us for years by not getting their big bikes to India. Well, we got the MT-09 some years ago. It was in showrooms for a very short time. But next year things might change, as we might get the MT-07 and maybe even the R7. But from what we understand, these will come to India only in small numbers as CBUs by Jan or Feb in order to avoid the OBD2 norms that kick in from April onwards. But being CBUs, they are going to attract a lot of taxes. So the MT-07 might be around rupees 9 to 10 lakhs, while the R7 might be around 11 to 12 lakh rupees. Oh Yamaha, what are you doing? Honda unveiled a new Hornet this year. Think of it like a CB500 with a 70cc parallel to the engine. Now that does sound sweet, right? But you know what sounds even sweeter? An adventure bike based on this platform. Enter the Transalp 750. Think of it as a smaller Africa twin, and that's got us really excited. And Honda might get the Transalp and the Hornet to India by mid to late 23. But given Honda's track record of pricing the big bikes in India really high, we don't have much hope for these two. Come on Honda, prove us wrong. At EICMA this year, Suzuki unveiled the perfect upgrade to the V-Strom 650, the V-Strom 800DE, but it breaks tradition of the V-Strom by getting an 800cc parallel to the engine instead of a V-twin. So maybe it should be called the P-Strom instead, huh? But Suzuki assures us that this bike has been tuned to have the same kind of torque delivery as the V-twin, so it should have the perfect mix of on-road and off-road performance just like the 650. Plus, it's been modernized in every single way as well. Hopefully, Suzuki will get the bike to India before Diwali of next year and price it around rupees 11 lakhs. So those were the 10 bikes that we are most excited about next year. But what's got you excited? Something from our list or something different entirely? Let us know in the comments. And from all of us here at ZigWheels, wishing you and your loved ones happy holidays and a very happy new year.